Now let me tell you more about one of our sponsors, who are Qvision, who are a new company from San Diego in Southern California, who've come up with a really clever way of solving an age-old problem of how to display traffic cameras on a website. Now up until now you've had really two options. You could either take a snapshot and turn it into a JPEG and display that and update it every few minutes, or you could actually live stream on the internet. Now the problem with JPEGs, of course, is that all they do is they show you the volume, but they don't show you the speed of the traffic, and sometimes the volume can be a little bit misleading. But streaming is very expensive. First of all, you've got to encode each camera and then stream each camera onto the internet, which takes up a lot of servers and equipment. But you've also got to have enough bandwidth to cope if, say, 10,000 people all logged on at the same time. You don't want your network being brought down by too many people trying to stream those pictures. What Qvision's done is very clever. It's managed to produce something in between, because what they do, and it's more complicated than this, but I'll try and keep it simple, is take a snapshot of video and actually then put that on the internet. So if I show you this screen here, you'll see that the pictures here are looped. So every few seconds you'll see a truck running across this image here, and you'll see that the truck comes across. There's one going along there that will come in a minute, and there goes that truck again that we saw a few seconds ago. Now these pictures are taken every 5 minutes or so and then updated, so viewers are getting very timely, up-to-date traffic information, but they're not having to see streamed video. The other advantage of this is there's no packet loss, it's not buffering at all, and it's using a lot less bandwidth. In fact, the bandwidth load on a computer network in an authority is actually negligible. The other clever thing I'd like to show about it is that these 4 images that you can see on the screen here are all from the same camera. What it's doing is it's grabbing 10 seconds of the camera in the top left hand side, it's then grabbing another 10 seconds in the top right hand side and moving around and getting those 4 images, and then a few minutes later going back and doing it again. So the viewer of the camera on the internet is able to see bang up to date information about what's happening on the route that they're going to use, but they're not having to have the hassle of streaming it. So it works out about 80% cheaper than it would be if you were having to do live streaming, which is a pretty clever solution. A few other things I'll just quickly show you about it that are very, very clever. You can actually set the views as you wish, so you can move up and down the image and zoom in exactly as you wish. That's one thing you can do. You can also, if you don't like to look at the loop length being 10 seconds and you want them to be slightly longer, you could increase them all to 15 seconds. And that's going to then grab those next time it goes around grabbing them. You want maybe more often than 10 minutes, you might want them every 5 minutes. So you then update them to every 5 minutes and do that. Another clever thing it can do is share the images with another organisation. So you wouldn't send this out to a member of the public, but if you're a Department of Transportation and you've got your traffic camera but there's a crash and you want to show the police or the fire service what's happening at that point, you can just simply send them this and they can actually look at the image themselves in real time and see exactly what's going on, and then deploy the correct personnel to deal with that particular problem. So Qvision, new company, qvisiontechnology.com, sponsoring today at Gulf Traffic. And if you're a transportation agency that wants to reach the public with traffic information, or you want to share your images far simpler, Qvision are definitely worth a call.